What is an indie game? Indie game is a shortened term for independent video game that is typically created by an individual or a small development team without the financial and technical support of a large game publisher. This regularly means that development teams mostly get their financial situation funded by Kickstarters, basically are regular people who fund the project that they seem to like the innovative idea of, and is supporting the developers that they'll eventually be completed and released to the public. I will also show how great these indie games are with their original soundtrack, as they are paying for one of each game respectively. Celeste is a 2018 platformer game published by an indie studio, Maddie Makes Games. The game was started as a game jam project from two of the main developers of the studio, Maddie Thorson and Noel Berry, with its composer, Nina Rain. Celeste is a 2D platformer where you control the character, quote-unquote, Madeline. Madeline has a few mechanics at the start of the game: run, jump, climb, and dash. If you're interested in platforming and lore, I definitely recommend you to play this game, with the protagonist who is struggling with anxiety and more when climbing up to the peak of the mountain, and the gameplay of the game being unique for each screen and user-friendly, of giving you extra frames of your reaction time and checkpoints for each screen. The game also stores harder gameplay of B and C side, which in result of getting more lore and for closing chapter of the game. This game is honestly amazing with its story. It's the only game I have accomplished all achievements on Steam, and normally I recommend buying it on sale because usually it will be like $5. Hollow Knight is a 2017 Metroidvania game published by Team Cherry. The game comes from the indie developer's first game, Hungry Knight, as we see a similar resemblance of the main protagonists for each. The main developers who made Hollow Knight are Ari Gibson, William Pennon, and Jack Vine, with the composer being Christopher Narkin. You play as this character called the Knight, where you explore the place of Celeste, a fallen kingdom plagued by a supernatural disease known as the Infection, meeting various players, NPCs, upgrading with items and skills, and the best of Hollow Knight is the fighting mechanics and the creatures. Bosses you have to defeat in order to progress through the game. This game is truly a masterpiece for some, when it comes to the combat system, design of the map, and the satisfaction of defeating an enemy or boss. The game also have new content updates that really add some extra seasoning to the game. If you like adventure, platforming combat games, I highly recommend to play this game. For this next game, I'm going to say, I just want to make a disclaimer that this game should not be played if you're either in a bad mental state or you don't like the content of depicting depression, anxiety, and furthermore, that may not be suitable for all audiences. Also, the game contains flashing bright imagery and may cause discomfort or seizures to those who have photosensitive epilepsy. You can skip to this timestamp shown on the screen to the other game after this game. Omori was developed and published by an indie studio, Omacat. The main developer of Omori was Omacat. No official name is stated, so we're just going to refer them as Omacat. And the composers are Bowen, Pedro Silva, Jamie Neen, and Slime Girls. You start playing as a character named Omori in a location called White Space, where you explore different parts of the map called Headspace, where you play with Omori and his friends with a turn-based battle system of attacks, items, skills, and toys, with a concept of status effects based on emotions, where you can select a variety of things to take down enemies and bosses. However, the story and lore goes deep and a turnaround, with exploration of psychological trauma, with horror aspects of what happened to the main character, and how their lives was affected when you uncover the truth. I really like this game as it has a really cool battle system and story events in the dream world, but this game does depict serious issues that people mentally suffer through in real life. But it's understandable why Omori have to do it this way. The story is deep, but it's really good depicting how trauma can affect someone so badly for this game. Undertale is a 2015 RPG, was created by an indie developer, self-publisher and the composer, Toby Fawkes, with the artist of the game being Timmy. The game starts with a child falling to the underground, where you, as a player of the child, meeting various monsters during the journey back to the surface, investigating the monsters by a combat system, with the gameplay being a mini bullet hell-like. However, you can have items to heal and actions you can do at these monsters that are literally cool and quite funny. This game is quite different between Hollow Knight, as it's linearly progressed, but have many routes you can do with many different endings of the game. You can explore the world, the dialogue of these monsters NPCs, if you like to hear facts, laws and jokes from time to time. This game is really entertaining for players and is very beginner friendly for new players to play too. This game is really fun and I really enjoy every moment of it, where you meet new friends, new characters and learning the lore of Undertale. You should really give this game a try. However, don't try and do the wrong things in this game. You'll regret it. Lastly, we have OneShot. OneShot is a puzzle adventure game developed by Future Cat and published by Degita, releasing a free version in 2014 and on Steam in 2016. The main developers, writers and composers for OneShot was Aniza Velasquez, Night Margin and Michael Shirt, with Michael Conforti as the producer. In the game of OneShot, the player controls Nico, who is placed in this unknown world Nico doesn't recognize. The game gives a top-down perspective, with the task to return the sun at top of the tower. You explore with Nico throughout the game, composing puzzles that you need to solve with items in hand to reach the tower. However, it's not a generic puzzle game that it seems. Some tasks you have to do is interacting with your operating system, aka your computer, by gaining answers and clues to solve the next puzzle. This game is really fun to play, but also heartwarming when you play the game and understand the story of what's going on. Each character in the game, when interacting, feels very important and not just some random NPC people don't talk to. Trust me, when I'm telling you that if you like fourth wall breaking nature, this is a game to pick.